Teja Deshmukh from Nasik, Maharashtra. Today I am presenting the paper on biosynthesis, characterization and applications of zinc oxide nanoparticles using Bacillus mycoides. Mostly nanotechnology is a very growing up advancement in science and technology branch. I would like to go to the synthesis part of nanoparticles, wherein physical, chemical, and biological methods are being used. Mostly, I'll be focusing upon biological methods where bacteria, yeast, fungi, plants, and various living organisms are used for synthesis. People go for biological synthesis mostly because it is a single step production method. No harmful byproducts are formed. It is a sustainable, eco-friendly, and cost-effective method. There are few of the applications of nanoparticles that it can be used in cancer treatments, dye degradations, removal of metals, treatment of environmental pollutions, antimicrobial agents, etc. Objectives of these paper are to synthesize zinc oxide nanoparticles using Bacillus mycoides organism, to characterize these nanoparticles using spectroscopy, FTIR, XRD, and SEM. Then to study its properties of antimicrobial and antioxidant properties, to study its application over dye decolorization, and then to encapsulate the nanoparticles and to study its sustainability for the treatment of dye decolorization. Then next, is my slide moving? Okay. Then next is methodology. I first collected the soil samples from various zinc electroplating industries in Satpur, Maharashtra. Then isolation of bacteria was done using this soil. This soil was enriched in ZnSO4 medium on shaker, and after we got turbidity, we isolated organisms on nutrient agar plate, which also contained zinc. Then for the screening of these isolates, we used MTC, that is maximum tolerable concentration of zinc, so that the more tolerable the isolate would be, it would be selected in the range of 150 to 1,300 micrograms per liter. These the organism will be characterized using white test method. And next, synthesis and recovery of zinc oxide nanoparticles. The organism will be grown in nutrient medium and then centrifuged, and the supernatant and 1 millimolar of ZnSO4 solution will be mixed in proportion 1:1. White PPT will be obtained, and then recovery of nanoparticles will be done using CTAB and hexane. These would be characterized using different instrumentation. Antimicrobial activity will be found out. Antioxidant activity using DPPH method will be done, and photocatalytic degradation of methylene blue dye, Congo red, malachite green of 50 ppm dyes will be done using 2 millimolar, 2 microgram per liter of zinc oxide nanoparticles. These zinc oxide nanoparticles will be then encapsulated in sodium alginate bead, and then its sustainability will be checked for dye decolorization. Then results, collection of sample and isolate. Over all the 4 samples, in the sample number 2 got 9 isolates. This was screened, and we found that the SB3 isolate had maximum MTC, that is 1000 micrograms per liter. This organism, that is SB3,
Yeah, hello.
groups, that is OH, C double bond O, amine group, and CO groups were also bound to nanoparticles. XRD analysis gave perfect results for zinc oxide characterization. And when we did STEM, we found out that these nanoparticles were spherical in shape, and 55 nanometers of particle size were found to be more. Anti-ascorbic acid was used as an standard antioxidant. With comparison with that, we found out that 83.3% of 100 microgram per liter of zinc oxide gave a very good antioxidant activity. And antimicrobial activity was done for Staphylococcus aureus, Klebsiella pneumoniae, and compound. And then photocatalytic decolorization of methylene blue. Here in the graph, you can see there are 4 bars. First bar represents 3 ZNO nanoparticles, wherein with 120 minutes, we have got maximum of decolorization rate, that is 89.5%. And the later bars represent the encapsulated cycles of beads. We can see that as the cycles goes on, the decolorization rate decreases, but this can be used sustainability for decolorization of dye. Here in the bar, we can see that the peak is been disappearing. Same for Congo red, we can see that with 120 minutes, we have got 92% of decolorization with 3 zinc nanoparticles, and with beads 3, we found that 60% of decolorization was
2 minutes to
found.
conclude, please.
Yes, sir. Here in the graph, we can see that the peak of 498 has been disappeared. It means that the nanoparticles were also can also be used for degradation. Same happened with malachite green, where we have got 88% of decolorization, and this has also been degraded with ZNO nanoparticles. With conclusion, we can say that 23 isolates were obtained with 4 soil samples in which SB3 showed maximum decolorization rate. SB3 isolate was identified as Bacillus mycoides. These nanoparticles were perfectly characterized using different instrumentations, wherein we found that the Z average was to be 55 nanometers. Zinc oxides gave a very good antimicrobial activity over gram-positive and gram-negative bacteria. We can say that this can be used in various creams for treatments and all, and it also had good antioxidant activity, so it can be used in various soaps and cosmetic creams as antioxidants. Zinc oxide nanoparticles also gave a very good decolorization and also degradation. And as a conclusion, we can predict that these oxide nanoparticles, if encapsulated in alginate beads, can be used for 3 cycles for degradation of the dye. These are some of the references which I have used, and thank you.
Thank you very much for your presentation.